Hey.
Alright. Oh. Back to our regularly scheduled Pokemon on talk.
Okay. This time around, we're talking about something big.
Something to shatter.
To shatter all of the previous seasons in terms of the sheer size of the
This
project.
one actually has quite a bit of production history.
So why don't you go over that?
So it's about May 2017, and I think it was after we went to Denny's or some shit, and Alex the day before, or Alex,
you have a very vivid and weird
I think
memory.
we had dinner at my grandma's the day before that, and Alex said, it proposed to me.
Hello.
Alex proposed to me a third game.
Yep.
In the Prism series.
Yep.
And I told her, called it Shattered Prism. And then I just told him, what would the plot be?
And as we said at the end of the last video, that's where it was left.
And then we did Concave in the summer, and Ultra happened. And Ultra happened.
And then we realized, hey, there's a bunch of weird alternate universes for Alola. Why don't we combine them?
Yeah, that's... So Alex started, at the end of the year, Alex tried to write a physical Pokedex expert.
These are all the concave Pokemon for future reference.
Gave up. But he gave up.
Instead,
I decided, wouldn't it be easier if we just wrote all this down digitally?
And that's what we did. We made a separate list for every concave Pokemon.
And type specialist.
As well as incorporating their in their typings if we take Fanon types, Ipes and triple type Ipes into account.
Oh, and also, this is over a week of... This was an absolutely grueling task.
Mm-hmm.
Ask.
Noah stayed out 24 hours when we worked on the Unova one.
And I just said...
He just said, what if we called Fungus its counterpart Poongus?
I just wanted to be done. We stayed up very late writing these. It is... Because Alex, for some reason, insisted we did Kanto and Johto in one day, Hoenn and Sinnoh in one day, Unova in one day,
and Kalos and Alola in one day.
Jeez, that probably wasn't a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Is that what we ended up doing?
Yeah, that's what we did. Mm-hmm. But jeez, that was a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Especially considering it's not easy to come up with types and names for
all of these Pokemon
for over 800 Pokemon
in such a short period of time.
You could say it was rather destructive.
But we got it done.
And so then, because so then it was around June 2018 where we did all that. And I said, Shatter needs to be different.
Yeah.
Because all of our sequels became rather formulaic.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I said.
Yeah.
And honestly, and follow mostly the same mold. Also, one of my ideas was, how about we have much older, of a protagonist that's 18.
Yeah.
I think I took took some notes from Wes.
Yeah.
In that regard.
The more mature protagonist.
Someone
is something only done in policy.
Badass to describe. I use the word badass to describe it. Wait, we still don't know what to do with him.
Well,
I thought, how about we tie... So, the Space World demo happened.
And we decided to tie Shatter to that, because, well, it fits in the theme of alternate realities.
And then we started formulating the team together. Or I decided off the start, how about three EVs of the new types we had.
Specifically light blood and nuclear.
Nucleon,
Nucleon, Ferinion, and Prismion. Those were Ken's starters. Speaking of which, there's Ken.
Ken Aura.
Brother of Gold, but
no,
not Gold in the Bay reality.
That was a later retcon.
What was the name of the Gold protagonist?
Koji. But we treated them as the same person in this draft.
Which was confusing.
Because they merged or something.
It didn't really make much sense.
And so, yeah, Kenneth Ethora, the older brother.
And Ken, and here are Ken's three evolutions: Prismion, Light type, Hyper Pokemon Prism. Yes, I know
it
it's
didn't
Prism
actually
type.
get. It was never actually. It was scrapped. It was a scrapped evolution.
And that was meant to be included in the game.
That's why this image Ferinion.
Ferinion by Gimbo GEP on DeviantArt.
I think we might have showed off the blood type in an old video. Oh, we don't want to talk about it. And
Nucleon from Pokemon on Uranium.
I think we also decided we also decided to have
the Space World starters on Ken's team.
The ones that didn't get used.
Here's a fire starter line known as Honoguma. And then there's the you remember the first stage names, right?
Kurusu.
And Kurusu is a line.
And yeah, these are recreation. These are
recreations. And to finish off the team, we threw on
some of my favorite.
We threw on Noah's two personal favorite beta designs. The Rinrin line, the Dark type cats.
Johto lost. Gen 2 lost its cats.
And that makes Gen 2 the only region without a cat Pokemon.
Yep. And the Wolfmen.
Counting regional variants.
Yeah, the Wolfmen line.
And the Wolfman line. And the Ice. Was it pure Ice Dark?
It was pure Ice.
Pure Ice line. But I believe we made them either Ice Normal or Ice Dark.
Ice Dark.
We made them Ice Dark.
I mean, they're literally wearing in skin. And so, I think I also said, how about we have Makana? Remember him? Remember Makana? No, you probably don't.
No.
Oh, how about we make him a main character?
Yeah, Makana from the Ace Trainer from Route 3 of the Alola games. And the one with the Slowpoke and Growlithe.
He was, I guess, semi-relevant in Origins.
Yeah, I don't know why. Probably because probably because I'm like super gay and I really like the Ace Trainer, Sun and Moon.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways, we made one a main character.
So, I mean, he at least had a few appearances to justify that.
Yeah.
But what was our villain this time? Well, you remember how we mentioned Gideon?
Yeah.
And he actually became Gideon actually became the main villain of the game.
Yup.
Him with his own group.
Team Gideon,
and
formed of unresolved, formed of antagonists who never got a proper conclusion in Origins.
I don't know. That sounds more like lazy writing than anything.
Which included Giovanni, Insignia, Getsis, and specifically Lucifer, still canon in that point, and
Unity.
And Unity.
Yeah, I don't know how he managed
to. Five.
I don't know how he managed to convince any of them to join him.
No, I can see Insignia. She's just desperate for someone to actually want on something to do with her. Like,
Giovanni working on in for one of his Giovanni working for one of his fucking one of his, for one of his lesser for not even not for or someone who's probably not even someone who for just a mere scientist that worked for him. It was, I guess, was funny to you.
yeah.
Either way, I think the game started. The game started with our main character. It started with Ken, and actually in Gideon's weird base.
Yeah.
Don't know where it was. Don't know what region if we specified a region.
I think it was probably in Johto.
Probably in Johto.
So Ken was abducted by Gideon, and
then he's just
he
caught
was
up,
being used to test his devices.
Is also, I think he's at where am I? How long has it been?
Yeah.
Just roughly, just about 50 years, give or take.
When he knocked him out and he stopped his aging, it kind of also messed with his memories.
It is because he was from another. He was Gideon. Gideon traveled dimensions.
Yeah, because this was Gideon from the beta reality.
Mm-hmm.
He and you see Gideon across all 4 realities at the time. And they've all simultaneously developed a machine that can merge realities.
Yeah.
So Gideon wanted to meet with him other versions of himself.
Yes.
So that's just what he did.
Because he's a narcissist.
So that's what he did. They merged the realities, and everything went absolutely insane, causing and in the chaos, Ken used one of Gideon's new contraptions, I think it was like super running shoes or
super speed or some shit
to run on through the lab and find an escape pod.
And he just
that he kind of just set off,
I think,
and got launched all the way to the Alola region.
Why?
Because that was the original plan.
It was
for
called
this.
Shattered Prism.
So of course we're gonna focus more on Alola.
Actually, there are some other ideas we had for Shattered,
Yeah.
or before Ken.
Yeah.
One included an absolute abomination.
What?
And of like every legendary mashed together.
Yeah.
Or I think Alex even planned to kill off one of the Elios or something.
But I didn't end up doing either of those things. The legendary, because I couldn't figure out how to fit it into the story, since some of these legendaries canonically have trainers and origins.
Mm-hmm.
And Elio, because the way I wrote him was a bit of a self-insert.
Very self-inserty.
And it felt uncomfortable killing him off.
Like some weird form.
Like some weird form of narrative suicide.
But anyways, yeah, Ken landed in Alola. Probably fucking dazed. He's at about distance.
Right in the middle of Howoli City. Where How, Elio, and Lahina were... no, it was...
Ikitown.
Ikitown, in Ikitown. Who was it just How, or was it someone else there?
Just How. I think it was just How.
No, I think there were others. Like, I remember you had the option to have multiple characters give Ken a nickname.
Yeah.
And like an X and Y. So.
But the nicknaming actually had some relevance.
Yeah.
And since he didn't remember his real name.
So yeah, How and I think Gladion was one of them.
I think it was just those two.
How and Gladion.
Yeah.
Yeah, How and Gladion were having a conversation in Ikitao. They were it could have sort of was in Howoli because they were eating Malasadas.
I think. Yeah, I don't remember.
They were in Howoli City eating some Malasadas outside.
Did they meet their doubles at that point?
Yeah, and Ken crashed their lunch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think during the transition we showed of them meeting their counterparts.
Mm-hmm.
Arts and the Gladions had an argument.
The Gladions are having an argument.
And
in the middle of this.
Listen, well, it was concave Hal mainly.
he was trying to argue with the regular.
Hey man, no, we don't need to do that.
You see, the original the Gladions were arguing about their taste in music.
I'm not even
Because you see, the concave Gladion.
This is something we'll probably share.
This is an inside joke. We'll explain this later. But a concave Gladion, you know, the nice and happy one, was saying Linkin Park is better. Well, a Canon Gladion preferred Toy Box.
Yeah, we'll explain that in a different video. We'll explain that in a different video. But anyways, so yeah, they asked about it. What's your name? I don't remember. I don't know.
So you got to choose who was gonna give you a nickname.
I don't know what Gladion's nickname was.
I don't think I decided on it.
But
how decided? But the canon choice is original How. Who went with the name Sada?
Yeah. Okay.
No, like Matt Lasada.
Yeah. Then I suddenly think Makana showed up.
Yeah.
Because he got his rights.
Yeah, because as the nuclear
convex.
The convex universe, which is the canon reality, I feel like we should establish that.
Yeah.
Nuclear types were outlawed.
No.
But Makana finally, but the ban was finally lifted, and Makana didn't have to hide out anymore.
And I think he just happened to show up with 3 eggs. Eggs from his nucleon.
And they all hatched on the after he finished the trek to the Malasada shop.
Yeah, up in I don't know.
I don't really have a place for these EVs.
Hey.
So Ken got all 3 of them, since Ken didn't exactly have any Pokemon of their own right now.
Yeah.
So these EVs are Christian, a calm male Prismeon, Leonard, a jolly male Nucleon, and Claudia, the rash female Ferinion. Of course, they weren't evolved yet, but I'm just listing their evolved forms for distinction's sake.
Yeah. So I think like right off the bat, you were about to get attacked by. You just one of the members of Team Gideon showed up.
Which one?
I think it was Insignia.
Insidia showed up.
Well, yeah, I think that was your key to run. Then I think we jumped. I think we also jumped to Ula if I remember.
Yeah.
Or I think. Oh yeah, one of his EVs got attacked by an unknown Pokemon.
On an injured, and that Eevee ended up Claudia, the rash female, ended up evolving into Ferinion.
And I guess after a battle or something.
Because it said the can evolution method, it is if your Eevee is below a certain amount of health after a battle.
So, but I think it's Sada or Kent, and actually tried to confront the Pokemon.
On which turned out to be, what was the unevolved form? You see, this is why you need to have this open. Yeah. You can't just have the evolved form name.
Yeah, alright. I'll open up the PDF.
Put all the names and leave it open. Sorry, we're using the quote-unquote not canon localized names by Knob. You know, the
translator for
the first 4 generations. And he went over what he would have named the Gen 2 beta Pokemon if he got the chance.
Yeah. And for legal reasons, they are not.
For legal reasons, they're not official, but I mean, they're basically the most official names we have for these Pokemon.
Right. So.
At least.
So it's unevolved. All form was called. Warfers.
Yeah,
triggered
Warfers. Or the little fuzzy shadowy Pokemon where it in the pelt of another Pokemon.
and it triggered a memory. Eve, I think him getting getting lost in a cave.
Even meeting one in a war for his.
I don't know where in the region, and he'd find one.
Probably in a cave.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sure there were some caves.
Yeah. But I think it was he got lost in a cave and encountered one, and somehow didn't get killed from it.
Yeah, he stood his ground.
He stood up to it. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah.
It turns out, coincidentally, this is the same morphers. And it too remembered Ken from all those years ago.
We decided its name.
And recognized his strength.
Its name.
We decided to name it Jake.
No further elaboration. And you probably get it. What? It's a fucking Twilight reference.
Oh, it's Twilight.
It's a fucking Twilight reference.
Of course it's fucking Twilight. Oh my god, I'm stupid.
And so, I think somewhere, actually I think Ken then decided he wanted to do some trials, I think.
To trade up his current team members.
And I think one of those, I think it was one of those was the Mallows arguing.
You see, Concave Mallow is a fire specialist and a crazy arsonist who likes a crazy arsonist who likes to burn down forests.
But Convex Mallow is not okay with that.
Obviously.
And so, I think Concave Mallow said, and show her a fire type she hasn't seen.
So you off to search for a fire type,
and you find a cupboard.
Which is the localized name for Honoguma.
But she said she's already seen that one. And so I think you evolve. I think he evolved it in the Flambear.
And Mallow was like, "Oh, it evolves? I've never seen that."
I think it also triggered another flashback.
Yeah, and the sight of Flambear triggered another flashback.
Back to when Ken started his journey.
He vividly remembered meeting his original starter, which is also a Flambear.
Are you sure I should do this?
Yeah. Ken wasn't very confident about going on an adventure. It was his younger brother's idea.
It was still Jimmy at that time.
Still Jimmy at that time, but we're just gonna call him Koji.
Koji.
It's Koji's idea.
So yeah, I think through that.
Ken didn't want to be a bother to Koji, so he went. So he decided to pick the starter a week to his.
Is which.
We'll go over Koji. We'll emphasize we'll elaborate on Koji's starter later, but I'm pretty sure you all know what it is.
I think after that one, I think somehow you went.
And Ken also remembered actually doing well enough to evolve all his Flambear, and to evolve his cupboard into Flambear, and he remembered that he named it Mighty. So in honor of the old one, he decided to nickname the new Flambear Mighty as well.
Yeah. So actually, I think there was an encounter on a city, with Giovanni. I think the whole city was emptied out. And it was just him and one Persian. Because if you remember,
all of his other Pokemon were merged into an abomination known as Raichu Royal.
Also, I think Gideon offered to give him the other Persian variants, but he refused.
He was saying that he would make do with just his original Persian.
Stubborn ass. So I think Ken somehow fought it off the really high level Persian.
It was one Pokemon against a team of 4.
And actually, I think it was Jake Jake evolved during that.
And Jake evolved during the fight. The dog sort of evolved while fighting off a cat, and evolving into Werelycan.
And actually, he found. And actually found another. I think there was another one of his. Another Pokemon he found here.
Mm-hmm.
Here, that being Moybell.
Yeah, that being Moybell.
Which triggered another memory. You think
Moybell was the little cat, little bell cat Pokemon.
I think he wandered around. It was from him walking around in one of the cities. It isn't seen one in the street, in like a back alley.
Yeah. So it was injured. So he took it to a Pokemon center, so Nurse Joy could take care of it.
And they said he can keep it.
So he fostered the Moybell. Unfortunately, his time with it was cut short because a few days later he was abducted.
Yeah.
It turns out and after following this Moybell, he runs into Belladom, which turns out to be the evolved old form of the Moybell he met years ago.
Oh yeah.
The Moybell entrusted him with the care of her kitten.
Yeah.
And who he simply nicknamed Belle.
Yeah,
I know, very creative.
I think he remembered his name at this point.
Yeah.
Wait. I think he was actually somewhere on Pony Island.
Yeah.
And then he got his last Pokemon.
Yeah.
He got his last Pokemon. On that being a Palsio.
Palsio?
Palsio.
Palsio.
Yeah.
That being a Palsio.
Yeah. Palsio.
Oh, Palsio.
Palsio.
Okay. Oh, and Plesio. Oh, Pal.
Yeah.
Which is, Carusu.
Yeah.
And this caused him to remember his brother's starter. Which was also a Palsio.
Because he decided to name it Drop. Because as Koji's was named Drip. I think it was about here that he ran into Unity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fittingly after assembling a full team.
Do
Do you remember when Leonard and Kristen evolved?
I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
Unity attacked Pony Island.
Mm-hmm.
And then Makana insisted that he run. And ran.
But Ken didn't back down. At this point, his Pokemon were evolved.
But no, he handed his Pokemon. He gave his Pokemon.
He gave his Pokemon to Makana.
I'll take it. I'll do this myself.
Insisting that he'll take on Unity himself.
Yeah, but
Elf not wanting to endanger his team members.
He's smarter than he looks. He's a lot smarter than you think.
Ken
and fucking maneuvered through
the attacks of the
goddamn lasers.
The lasers of the mutant Deoxys infected in Unity.
Boy, that raised his TP.
Anyways, after collecting enough tension points,
I think got rid of fucking pointed in rock or something.
Yeah.
Like a fucking sharp stone.
Or just stabbed Unity through the heart.
What? Since she's not entirely human. Also, I think she kept repeating the name Priscilla.
Yeah.
Throughout that.
Yeah.
An encounter. Yeah, very creepy.
Either way, Ken stabbed her and got her guts all over him.
And also, she fucking because of that Deoxys DNA.
No longer wanting to be part of her body. She just exploded it into pieces upon death.
Yeah, knocked out. Ken was knocked out before, and also remembering something.
Yeah.
In how he ran, in how he even how he even ended up in this place.
He had an argument with his brother.
I think after he lost a fight.
At this point, Ken had become passionate and about battling, and legitimately wanted to beat his brother at this point.
But he couldn't.
But he couldn't, and Koji, he, despite being the younger of the two, who far surpassed Ken's skill level. And they had a huge argument, and then Ken had a bit of a breakdown, because he's got some self-esteem issues.
Yeah. It isn't just.
And ended up running off. And then he got mugged by Gideon.
Yeah, that's somehow Yep.
And who was looking for a human test subject.
No, I don't know why.
It's a bit the idea is a bit spotty.
Actually, no, it was the Gideon from the main universe.
It's the Gideon from the main universe.
Is that traveled there?
Or because he didn't want to get in trouble with the authorities of his universe. The Gideon in the original scene, in the first cutscene, was from the main universe.
Yeah. I think it was. I think upon waking up, McConnell was there.
Mm-hmm.
Saying he was worried. Why would you do something so reckless like that?
I believe Ken brushed it off. Hey, I won anyways.
I've been through worse.
I've been through worse, clearly. I mean, I don't really know what constitutes being worse than being attacked by a fucking mutant and batshit crazy lady with infused with an alien virus. But okay.
Well, I mean, we'll find out once we actually did. Once we actually tackled on Space World.
Mm-hmm.
He had been through quite a lot.
Out of perilous situations.
And so...
and having a one-on-one fight with a mutant with a mutant mother was was just about out the same level of insanity as some of the stuff he's been through.
Yeah. So so I think Ken suddenly got how about I feel like I want to travel the world. Maybe I can find him again.
Yeah.
And say I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think that was his reason.
Yeah, Ken's goal became to travel the world, or to try to find his brother, or to apologize. Now, unfortunately, he hadn't yet remembered what region he was from.
I mean, to be fair, it's not exactly the region. His
region isn't exactly the.
His region
isn't exactly like the. Like the final Johto.
Yeah, I'd probably be surprised to find out where his place is actually 4 different parts of the world.
Yeah, 4 different regions.
So I think we started traveling backwards.
Or starting with Kalos.
I don't think really much happened throughout these travels. Other than, I guess taking on gyms was another thing.
Mm-hmm. But there were a couple characters that still hadn't had their conclusions. And in Unova,
no, that didn't happen in Unova.
No? Okay. In Sinnoh, you find...
That was actually the last region we went to.
Oh, really? Sinnoh was the last region? Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't exactly backwards. Alright, so after Kalos, what happened next?
You went to Unova, then Hoenn.
Okay, then Hoenn.
Then Kanto. Right. Actually, I think that's where we resolved as Insignia.
Yeah.
Who was on Cinnabar Island.
And we got Insignia's resolution.
Yeah, she felt the most out of place here.
We did stereotypical talk no jutsu. Like, hey, it's painfully obvious that Gideon doesn't really care about anyone other than himself.
Oh, if he's just using you. Oh, maybe you're right.
Right, and then Cinnamon came to the conclusion that she needs to find her own way in this world.
Oh.
Well, since she doesn't have anyone left.
I think Ken might have commented on how Poen and Kanto felt familiar.
Yeah. After, yeah.
Or before I think before he actually arrived in Johto.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and yeah, this definitely feels like Silent. This definitely feels like Silent Hills.
Don't you know, in Johto,
He when he went to New Barktown.
New Barktown, he felt a strange sense of nostalgia, and went to visit.
We went into Gold
Jimmy's house, and found that he had merged with his brother.
This doesn't make sense.
This doesn't make sense. They're too different to merge.
They're too different. Well, we didn't establish that at the time.
But
really, they.
And either way, Ko Jimmy, recognizes him, and Ken apologizes.
I'm sorry
for what happened. And listen, I'm sorry for going off on you. That was immature of me. And I wanted to say I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Yeah. This. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
They had a bit of a reunion, and then Ken decided, well, there's still one more known region that I haven't visited, so I want to check that out.
Also, I think on the way, he said his arm was feeling weird.
Yeah. Turns out Ken was infected by a Deoxys virus.
Due to making contact.
Due to, Unity's organs and blood and guts exploding all over him.
Yeah. And so, yeah, he went and decided to head to Sinnoh.
Here we confronted the last two members of Team Gideon, aside from Gideon himself.
So there was Lucifer, who just...
Lucifer. You see, Ken ended up fucking laser blasting Lucifer.
Was it just on instinct?
Like, on instinct, Lucifer was threatening them.
Just by being there.
Ken just felt his aura and it felt wrong.
And he just obliterated. You see what I mean? Lucifer was stupid.
Yeah.
We didn't even...
It was dude sad.
Killed him off with no fanfare.
Just showed up. Oh, well, you're evil. Die. Turns out the way the Deoxys virus works, in our canon, is
based on the
based on its host. In Unity's case,
she was batshit insane.
She was batshit insane. Like, specifically due to the nature of Deoxys as a psychic type, it has correlation to the mental state of the host. Host. For someone who's batshit batshit insane like Unity, it's gonna end up. The virus is going to behave in a similar manner, or do all sorts of wild shit.
Ken, however,
for someone with a more grounded personality, and strong sense of morality like Ken, and it functions more as a symbiosis.
Yeah. That was really all we did with the Deoxys arm.
Yeah.
It
was just a cool aesthetic thing from there on.
Yeah. Then
nothing else really came of it.
Yeah. So I think then we got to Snow Point.
Yeah.
I think the Silvers and the one Giovanni that was still there. Mm-hmm. The convex Giovanni.
Yeah.
Because his concave version is not here anymore.
Yeah.
And I think the Ultra version showed up. Up and he was fucking called out by himself.
Yeah.
I was saying, what the fuck is what the fuck? How the hell did you get to this point? Like, you literally gave up everything you had.
Yeah.
And you were a pathetic piece of shit.
And then Giovanni was left to contemplate his existence.
And
attempted to kill himself again.
Yeah.
But then Ken and Giovanni...
Then Ken showed up?
Ken showed up.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like that. You can...
I felt miserable at times too. You know, even though those times I wasn't real, I was like hadn't exactly lost everything.
Yeah, and you know, contemplated suicide.
But yeah, and then Ken and Giovanni shows up.
Yeah,
up and talks it through with himself. Telling him that if he can change, they can. And then Ultra Giovanni can change as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they're basically the same person, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, this was this felt very forced, didn't it?
Yeah.
Come on, we should have killed him off then. And if this was his conclusion.
See, and now there's two Giovannis.
Okay. So then I think. Oh yeah, and Senio decided to travel with them. I mean, especially Senio. And I think they're just trying to point out, did the sky just have its period or something?
Because the sky was turning blood red.
Yeah, that was in the dialogue.
Yeah, that's not looking good. So it turns out
this whole time
the Archeuses have been feuding, and and just then, they've been trying to keep their powers restrained and not cause damage to the reality. At this point, the fight had escalated to the point where they completely forgot about that. I don't know, now just us going all out against each other.
So they went to I think the gang traveled to Spear Pillar
and found that the Archeuses were way too strong in their current state.
So we actually consulted Gideon, who in this time decided to merge all of it.
Who during this time decided to merge with the other three versions of himself to create a massive, like, 20-foot Gideon. 10-foot.
I don't know, 10-foot or something.
Like a 10-foot Gideon.
And I don't know why. Yeah, that was. I guess I'm bigger now. I don't know. Smarter is definitely not.
Probably not much smarter, if at all.
Oh, they all have the same.
I mean, most of that brain tissue had to be used for controlling their new big body, so it's not like their intelligence really increased.
The giant Gideon showed up. This is exactly what he wanted.
Yes.
To throw everything into chaos.
Possibly. What was his reason?
It's just because he wanted to.
Because he wanted to make the world pay for or not recognizing his genius.
You. Well, let's just say
it drove Gideon out of his own lab because even though he's 10 foot tall, he's still just a human, and an entire team of Pokemon can easily.
Actually, the Arceus petrified him.
Not yet, though.
Not yet. Yeah.
I think that happened after they stopped the Archeuses.
Yeah, fine. Fine. You. You got us into this mess.
We're using your machines to get us out of it.
Oh no, this is where the ending got weird.
So we went batshit crazy with the crossover concept, and instead of just crossing over with different Pokemon cannons, we were crossing cannons with all sorts of things.
You know, like the fucking Chaos Emeralds.
We had artifacts from all sorts of realities. All the MacGuffins from all the Mario RPGs. We had
a bunch. I think we also had a bunch of Sonic MacGuffins.
There's Sonic MacGuffins too.
Ooh, we had. I think we had like Kirby Essence or something.
Yeah.
Kirby Final Boss Energy.
Yeah, I guess.
Or something. It was put all of that essence
into a cannon and concentrate it. And they used that, developed 3 homing lasers.
Hey,
went to the
Hey, Arceus.
is check this out.
Yeah, get a load of this.
So they fired the cannon. I mean, I didn't imagine it was 3 lasers. I don't know. It just hit all of them at once. I guess they were close together.
Yeah. What the fuck was that?
They fired a massive laser and incapacitated all 3 Arceuses at once.
Okay, so what were you guys? All right, so what was
So,
it?
and
so
then
really
in their weakened states,
So
our
was
main
it worth
characters
it?
were able to approach the Arceuses and ask what they were doing.
And was it worth it?
I mean, obviously they were fighting over terror. They were fighting over whether or not Pokemon should be able to hold more than 1 item.
What? This entire setup
For a punchline. And it turns out
thing
in
is-
Origins,
the gameplay rules are a little different.
and because we like fan service and insanity. So, in Origins,
And item slots are based on the type of item you have.
for example, I think there's mainly 3 different types of items.
Yeah.
There's mainly 4 different types of items. There's miscellaneous items, berries, Z crystals, and mega stones.
Yeah.
Stones that a Pokemon can hold 1 of each.
So this entire argument.
No. There was Z crystals, Z crystals, mega stones, consumables, and passive buffs.
Yeah, this whole thing was just for a punchline. And so what did we do? What ended up happening with Gideon?
Well, he just Gideon and with the
I'm
Arceuses
apologizing for this.
which took the opportunity when the Arceuses were weakened to attempt to demand that they submit to his rule.
Do you know who you're talking to?
The Arceuses all used recover, and then they
All 3 of them.
and focused their energy on Gideon, petrifying him, turning him to stone, and trapping his soul in limbo.
Yeah.
Good riddance, you absolute dickwad.
And then I think we had this. You ended with this moment with Insignia or something.
Yeah.
And how? Well, where do I go now?
And she was invited to live with the Aura family.
Yeah, I don't really have a family. We did not establish her backstory yet. That was actually when he decided.
And you know what? She needs backstory.
At the very end.
We're giving her sisters.
And how one of them is dead and
The other, and she doesn't associate with the other because she thinks it's her fault and is afraid that her sister would be
it'd be a
or hates her.
yeah I think I said you could fucking throw the Mario 64 credits theme onto the ending.
Yeah, and that's basically what we imagined for this.
And also had a mid-credit scene with Gideon and Limbo. Hello? Anyone there?
Here?
Porygon?
Porygon? Gideon? Gideon? Oh, wait, that's me.
Oh.
How long am I gonna be here?
Dude, that was shattered. We did this all. You think? Maybe we did this in this over the course of like a month or something.
4 days.
3 days.
3 days.
3 days. We did it all in 3 days. So much for an overly ambitious project.
It happened so quickly.
And it really showed.
Yeah.
The reason we skimmed over those most of the regions was
Because a lot of them, nothing really happened.
But that's not where this era ended. And the problem with doing Shatter at this point was the series kept going.
Yeah. It's no secret that a Pokemon isn't going to end anytime soon. So we're making an ultimatum. I'm here. We're doing, well, not really an ultimatum, but like we're not gonna do Shattered again until one of two things happens. The series, depending on which thing happens first, the series gets a hard reboot, completely changing the formula and structure of things, as well only carrying over a handful of Pokemon and concepts from the older games.
Or probably more realistically.
Probably more realistically, we end Gen 12.
Oh, since 12 regions probably just sounds nicer.
So, maybe if we're still alive by then, we'll do a second Shattered for Gens 13 through 24.
But God, no. But I don't want to.
But yeah, because, Firestarter Zodiac. We want X Theory.
But however, that era, this isn't where the original era ended.
There was one more season, and it was of the recently released Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee.
Alex, I think, was actually debating whether to even adapt this or not.
And we eventually decided yes, but because the game aims are more or colorful and silly versions of the original Pokemon on games, we decided to make this a more humor-oriented season.
And almost parody, almost parody.
Sort of like a half parody.
But what were the mascot this time?
Well, obviously we couldn't.
I just use Pikachu and Eevee.
Because then what would Trace have? Well, Trace would have Pikachu and Eevee.
Yeah. So okay, what about Clefairy and Jigglypuff?
Well, we're gonna have Elaine in here too, so we gave her Clefairy and Jigglypuff
Because they're girly.
Yep.
In pink. Wow, that's okay.
To be fair, we also gave Chase Ace of Pink Pokemon. His obviously he had two partner Pokemon.
These games were Pokemon Let's Go Slowpoke because memes,
and Psyduck because that was originally planned as the second mascot instead of Eevee, but
because
they didn't want two yellow mascots because then they couldn't really color code the games very well. I'll just being two different shades of yellow.
So yeah, your two starters were the Water Psychics.
Yeah. Yes, we retyped Psyduck to Psychic in Origins because it really should be one.
And so the thing is, you can. Do you want to know how little we were taking this seriously?
Yeah.
How did the game started?
With Chase having a hangover.
So,
yes, I'm aware he's like 10.
11.
I'm aware he's like 11.
It's funny to think that you looking at your hands and shit in the intro.
Oh, fuck. What the hell happened last night?
So he was hungover.
Because he got into his dad's liquor cabinet. Thinking,
Dad ain't ever coming back.
I'm gonna drink the shit out of his liquor collection, and
because he thought it would go bad.
It doesn't go bad.
Liquor's
non-perishable.
Yeah,
I believe it is in the right conditions.
Yeah, that's how little we were taking things seriously.
So yeah.
Chase was very cynical.
Probably the most jaded 11-year-old you'll ever see.
So I think Elaine was his sister.
She was the bubbly one.
And also always took a jab at him and whenever she could. I think
she was a bit of a bitch to him.
Always chasing in stars.
Ours. Why do you think you're called that?
I think they're just so hot. Yep, he tried to walk out onto the grass and.
Well, that didn't work out very well.
Wait for it. Wait, don't go out. Wild Pokemon live there.
He's like, what?
And then
a
Slowpoke. Wait, what's a Slowpoke doing out here? I think that's what he said. I think Oak just dragged it over. He picked it up and dragged it over. Here, catch it.
Here, catch it. I don't even know what a Slowpoke is doing here. How did it get here? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, good question. Yeah, as if Chase couldn't be any more of a joke. He called a Slowpoke. His partner was a Slowpoke.
Yup, of course it was.
Its name was Pinko.
Yeah.
Also,
Because I thought Pinko would be a funny name.
Also, if I remember correctly, he went through the fucking swarm of bee drill. And I think he had to go to the Pokemon Center for that.
Because he was stung to all hell.
And some random guy, I offered him a Psyduck. And he just said, "Sure, I'll take it."
Might as well.
Yeah.
Now that's where he got his second partner.
I think it was just Ducky.
Ducky.
And, well, hey, 2 water types. I should help with Brock.
Look, and wouldn't you know it, it did.
Brock, the gym guide. The gym guide said,
Brock does rhyme with cock after all.
Brock's attitude or something. Brock having an attitude or something. Brock does rhyme with cock after all.
Oh dear Jesus, Ponkus.
Oh god. I think Chase also got up the Kanto starters that you received from Eve in game. And as well as both of those version exclusive gifts.
Yeah.
It was being Arcanine and Impersion. Not actually a bad team. Not actually a bad team. I think also it was around. It was actually around Vermilion and that he had a fight with a land.
Yeah.
And we got to see a Slowpoke's Surefire move.
Yeah.
And that was
forbidden knowledge.
It stares at you.
And breaks your mind.
Because of course it can. And yeah, poor Clefairy. He had to. Poor Clefairy had to be a victim of it.
Yep. I think it had a stroke or something.
What did you just do? That is not cool.
Well, what did you do to my Clefairy?
Yeah. I don't know, honestly. I think that was what happened.
I don't know. Pinko just does his own thing.
It just don't. That's something.
Shortly after, it was discovered that Pinko was telepathic.
And, well, what did he say?
Yeah.
He repeated what the gym guide said after they ran into Brock.
Brock does rhyme with cock after all.
What the hell was that? Who said that?
Oh, that was funny.
Also, there's something about you. I think there's also something about giving his Venusaur a bath or some shit.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the things.
You should give your Venusaur a bath.
It stinks.
It stinks.
Yeah, that is Pinko. He's weird. Also, which one of them got violated in the gym?
I don't remember.
You didn't. It wasn't that Ekans, was it? It wasn't that Ekans in your playthrough, right?
No, I don't remember.
I'm not sure. But, oh yeah, did I mention some of these teams got? Did I mention that in your rival teams are fucking disgusting?
Yeah.
And for no real reason. Oh no, I didn't. And we decided to give. We decided to give Trey a Mewtwo. I know I fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
Mewtwo, and now Metal. He somehow, I think he got into Cerulean Cave because the guard fell asleep.
Yeah.
Even I don't think you two sensed him as a threat.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what happened. And yeah, sure, I'll go with you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you seem nice enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's Trace's entire character.
Yeah. He is static. He is boring.
He's too nice. What kind of reason is that? I think, and oh yeah, while we were at it, we gave Elaine the legendary birds.
Because why not?
Because fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that left Chase with no legendary. He's in just a rather weird team, just a, I don't know, rather generic looking team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Forbidden Knowledge was used again, and I think during the in Viridian Gem. No wait, I'm pretty sure. No, Psyduck also had a surefire move.
What was it called?
I don't know, but it
Cluster headache?
Yeah, cluster headache, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And God, that, yeah. One of them is mind break. One of them breaks it's your mind. The other one
It just gives you a really, really bad headache. Neither are pleasant.
Oh wait, I'm pretty sure that was you. Yeah, it was the cluster headache that was used in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
In one poor Persian. And if I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is, yeah, this was not. We weren't. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course we had. Okay, of course we had. Oh yeah, Let's Go even had an obligatory Gideon cameo. Oh, don't you remember?
Yeah.
I think it was in the Pokemon Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Trace was too scared to go in there himself.
Yeah.
So he asked if you could help. You could walk through there with him. And I think they found Gideon and harassing a bunch, harassing a bunch of Meltan.
Mm-hmm.
And then these two showed up, and he ran.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think that's what happened there. Also, I'm pretty sure in this universe, Kanto had some very strange rules about immigration. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kanto's immigration rules were weird. Because we had to. Okay, I feel like we were being a little too accurate to the game.
Mm-hmm.
In there.
Yeah, archery.
Even evolution, even new evolutions were forbidden.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I remember how the ending in of it. So of course Trace became in the new champion. And you had to fight him, but instead of a stupid fucking reason like he was too nice, I think you gave a different one.
What was it?
It wasn't. He just wasn't good. I mean, he wasn't good enough. Wasn't really. He didn't take. He wasn't serious enough.
Yeah.
I think that was your new reason.
He didn't take things seriously.
But
he was too laid back.
Yeah, I think. Come on, seriously, it's
too nice isn't. It
nice
just doesn't. It just sounds stupid.
I think. I don't know. This really upset him.
So he ran off. Ran off back to
Pallet
Town.
And I think Chase confronted him. Trace called him an asshole. If I remember. Yeah, that happened. So much for being nice, right?
Yep.
He called him an asshole.
He was having a rough time.
I think Chase told him, "Hey, I'm not exact." Hey, I wasn't exactly. Hey, I don't exactly have the best. I didn't exactly have the best perspective on life until I started this journey. Until I went on my journey.
Mm.
You're always there, or even when I was feeling bad.
Yeah, you're always patient with me, even
Even if I can be a total.
even if I'm a total prick sometimes.
I was really. That's just life.
If you win some, you lose some.
I think I think Trace realized that. Yeah, maybe you're right. I'm sorry. I think we had that cutscene with the flowers at the end.
Mm.
Also, I forgot to mention, in Trace's Pikachu was mind broken.
Yeah. It was capable of talking. Also, Pokemon that are mind broken can talk.
God, why am I saying Pokemon? I should not be saying Pokemon in Mind Break.
Pokemon who have been hit with the forbidden knowledge can be
Can just talk.
and they can talk. They've been so thoroughly destroyed that they can just communicate with humans now.
Yeah, I don't know, but either way, that was, and with that the 4-year era
Came to a close.
Over 3.5 years. Is I guess I'd call it the undocumented era.
From here on, you'd think something like that would be something to be sad about, but no, not at all.
Honestly, the first 4 years was absolutely the first 4.5
was
years
a bit of a mess.
It was a huge mess.
It was great to be able to finally.
It actually just
it was great to start planning things out and keeping track.
But the thing is, we didn't know where to go after that. Until a certain game leak happened.
Yep.
And did we get did we start it up again?
Mm-hmm.
That is
something we're going to talk about later.
Next time. That being said, I'm Nozran.
And I'm Emery. And bonjour, my wonderful viewers. See you in the next video. Yeet.